I mean, I just need to find a sugar mama, man. That's what I need
we're
to
holding
do.
out for, right?
There needs to be, if there's some sort of website that somebody can point me to, find me a sugar mama. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I think there's one for women, but not for men.
Yeah, I know. Which is, hey, equality. Son of bitches, let's go.
We're hitting some
Equality.
severe. We're hitting some severe. What do you call that? Like reverse counter equality going on here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
But
yeah,
fuck us. Who cares?
we're
it's
white
true.
males with our privilege.
I think we are growing up in a different time though. Like,
I mean, we're
even just from our parents' generation. I was talking to my dad about this today.
Yeah.
About how, women are super independent these days.
They are.
Super
really
freaking independent.
They don't need no man.
Don't need no man.
They
don't need no man.
Fuck men.
Exactly. And we're all the same. We're all the same. We're all a bunch of fucking assholes.
Yeah.
All of us. We're all the same.
Nah, I mean, I don't think it's that extreme.
No,
but
it's
there are girls out there.
But there's definitely the dynamic of with girls. Like, you gotta, like, as a guy, you gotta be the one to make it happen. You know? There's no girl out there that's gonna come running for you.
That's true.
So that puts guys in a predicament.
Unless
it puts me in a predicament.
Well, yeah.
When I'm like, I just want you to like me. I don't want to have to compete for you or pump my chest out as hard as I can for you or fight this dude for you. I mean, I don't think it's really like that, but I'm just not that guy.
Like that. Yeah, but you gotta do something though.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's I feel like that's what some of these girls' problems are too. Where they don't put forth any effort and they wonder why they're still single, and then they have a negative outlook on men because, they're not necessarily trying to better themselves and trying to get a partner or whatever. So then they fall into that rabbit hole and whatnot. And I think it goes both ways for sure. But yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because, in our dating world, you got online dating. It's like everyone does that. But
except me. Fuck online dating.
Yeah. Seriously.
I want to meet my girl at a pumpkin patch.
Just go hang out at pumpkin patches.
Exactly.
I have a feeling they might think we're something else.
Be the weird guy at the pumpkin patch. No kids. Just hanging out.
Yeah, but then you're only
drinking
getting
beer.
Moms. That's a whole pool full of moms.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's not so bad though.
Yeah.
Would you date a girl with a kid?
The older I get, it becomes, the percentage gets higher.
Yeah.
Like if I'm 35, 40 years old, oh fuck yeah. Now, I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm not 30 yet,
Yeah.
And I still feel like... And I feel like there's a lot of girls a lot of girls that are still single that are, not yet 30 or whatever. Between that age 25 and 30 range,
Yeah.
Even up to age 35.
30,
yeah. I mean, there's plenty of girls out there.
That's what I got
like
mine set for. I'm 28. I set it up to, I think, 30, 33, 34.
Yeah.
Something like
that. Not bad. That's not... I mean, my most recent ex-girlfriend's 36 now, so...
Oh, yeah. Emily.
Yeah, she's old. She's old. She's older than me, not old.
She's not old.
Sorry, Emily. And we're still, even though we broke up, we're still, best friends. We hang out all the time.
Which is awesome.
So, yeah.
And I love Emily.
Well, we were both just, it got to a point where it was just, we're kind of just best friends. That's how we hang out, and, it just, I don't know, it just, turned out to be that way. So, whatever, to each their own.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, it's cool. It worked out. A lot of breakups don't work out that way,
All of mine, all two of them.
You met that one girl on that, what was that site? It was coffee fucking a bagel or something like that.
Lamb and tuna fish.
That's what it was.
Coffee meets bagel, yeah,
Coffee meets bagel, not coffee fucks bagel.
That's when I was going through my church phase.
Sorry.
That's when I was trying to find Jesus.
Yeah. Did you find him? Did you locate him?
Yeah, I think I found him.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I think I found him, but I had to go through a bunch of assholes to get to him.
Yeah, well, I think that's what women have to go through to find themselves a man, too. So,
boom.
Kabam, son. Yeah.
Jesus was a great guy.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
You know,
he raised himself from the dead.
But I don't think that's what we talk about with church, really. I mean, you talk about Jesus. You talk about Jesus, but like it's more like we're a church and we want you to come help us with this.
Yeah.
And we want you to put your time and your money into this.
Yeah. Well, is it just serving themselves, or is it for good causes, or
I think
what?
they want it to be for a good cause, but
Yeah.
I think the Jesus part of it's almost like a distraction.
Yeah.
In a way. Like Jesus went out and he did, like he was just out there doing. He was just,
Yeah.
And so to get a whole bunch of people to believe in this all in one room and to only hang out with each other and to build it from like within, I think is like exactly the opposite of what Jesus would do. Jesus would just be like, I'm gonna go fucking travel the world and get a bunch of followers and like watch what I can do.
That's exactly what Jesus would have said. Would have said fucking and everything. I'm like, oh man,
I don't know where that came from.
That was fucking
anyways.
Funny. But yeah, no, I was talking with our friend Jesse, who's getting married here in a month or two?
Months, June, something like
that. Yeah. But he said so they're having a Catholic wedding. Did you know that?
Is it full blown? Is it like the long one? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
No.
I know. I said the same thing, but hey, that's what the family wants. That's what the family wants. God. But anyway, so he said he had to go to this. He had to go someplace downtown, and they had to do this. Some sort of like marriage session or something, like you have counseling? To do.
Yeah. You gotta meet with the father or the priest.
It was beyond that. It was like a weekend session, and there were 40 other couples in there. And he said at one point they split up the males and the females together. And Jesse was thinking, like, what are we in the 4th grade or whatever? So they separated them into these 2 rooms. And the guy literally went over the male anatomy like we were back in 4th grade doing sex ed.
Seriously?
Not even kidding. Like, and he had to pay, like, I think he said it was like $150, $200 for this thing, for this session. God. I was just like, oh, man. Just like, why? What is the point? Like, I don't know, man. It just, that's the stuff that bugs me about religion most often is that kind of petty little,
the ritual, like the ritual.
Yeah, and acting like people don't have any common sense or morals about stuff anymore just because they, haven't been to church in a while or something like that, and just I don't know. It just kind of,
it's like they have this one very specific way to follow God or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one girl, she asked me out to have a drink. This is probably, when was this? Probably a year ago now, to be honest. But like I'm friends with her on a couple different social media outlets, right?
Okay.
And she's just way too into God, man. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have anything against religious people, but when you're that into it, and I'm not, I just feel like there's not going to be a connection. And I don't know that for sure. Maybe I should have taken a chance and just done it, But I feel like at some point there would be a clash between that, not necessarily on a moral standpoint, but just on a, what you like to do on the weekends type of thing, like what you like to watch on TV and things like that. Like,
basically you want to be able to smoke your weed and do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't want to have to, I love NFL football, and I don't want to go to church during football, on Sundays. I mean, I know that's a very selfish way of looking at it, but I don't know.
My whole thing with it is just like, is
we
it
talked
true
about
or
this
is it
last
not?
time too. We just goddamn religion, but not goddamn religion because I hate saying that because religious people are very awesome. Not every single one, but a lot of them are, and they want to do well. They want to do good for everybody else.
I guess the reason I always bring it up is just, God, I wish somebody would just understand my viewpoint for once.
Yeah.
It's like, can't we have a conversation about this, like, logically, not just.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
what do you believe, and then defend, or I don't know.
Well, when it comes to
talk about anything,
when it comes to relationships, do you think they're like what do you think the compatibility ratio is? Do you think there's one select person out there for you, like you're just matched up with one? There's one person out there that you just absolutely click with, and that should be your person for the rest of your life that you're going to be with.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what you think. That's what I felt it was growing up, but...
Well, what do you think now?
Now?
Yeah.
It all just goes back and forth, dude. Like, it depends on if you... sounds weird, but it's like, if you believe in God, then you believe that there's one woman out there for you. But if you don't believe in God... No, I don't think that. Like, I think you can fall in love with anybody, depending on the circumstance or the situation. I think you can fall in love with anybody in the right circumstance. So, I think my rational mind says that no, there's not just one person out there, but in like my gut, sometimes I feel like there is just one. There's just like one. There's just the right person out there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't necessarily think it has much to do with the religion aspect of it, but I do think that there is a select group of people. Yeah. Like it's not just one person.
So like
but it's also not just anybody.
So it's like the online dating way of looking at things, like compatibility and personality.
I mean, kind of, but I think it's even less than that dating pool. I think that the number is less than that. I think there's a tight knit group.
There's just a certain type that it's going to work with.
Exactly. Like there's certain characteristics of that person, and that certain set of characteristics can be on multiple people, but that one group of girls.
That seems
that thinks that same way. It may not be very big, but it's definitely not just one person.
Yeah.
So that's the way that I view it.
That's a good way to look at it.
But then again, I don't. I mean,
what type of woman do you think? Well, we don't have to go down this road if you don't want. But what type is your type? You know what I mean? The one that would work with. Because I always struggle with this one all the time. I'm like, is it this type, or is it this type, or is it this type? Like, is it like the clean, like organized, like mom?
No. Not
for you?
Not for me, anyway. We'll just cross that off the list right now.
All right. And then my other one is always, I'm always like, man, it'd be really cool to be with a gamer girl. Man, how cool would that be?
Well,
and then I talk to people, and they're like, I don't know. Do you really think it'd be that cool that you would just play games all the time and not have anything else, like any other life together?
I think it's way more nuanced than that, though. I think there's several characteristics that you have to factor in. I don't know. I think I think mine would just be like, she's gotta be independent. She doesn't, meaning, she doesn't have to rely on somebody else to live her life and be successful and
check.
Be happy about that. So
I would agree with that.
That's number one. Number two, gotta be open-minded. Like you can't have such rigid views about the world and in certain situations to a point where you just are impossible. It's impossible to change your mind about something.
Yeah.
You know, because I believe shit always changes. I believe my mind can change if I'm presented with new information and it's logical and reasonable and things like that. If my mind can change based on that, I want you to be able to do the same thing. You know?
Yeah.
So that's number 2.
I like it. All right.
Number 3. I don't want to piss anybody off here.
You can't have a penis.
Well, that's part of it for sure. But you gotta take care of yourself in some sort. You can't just do whatever you want to your body. I believe your body is just like the vessel or the machine that your consciousness is in, and your health means a lot to that. Yeah. Especially like your mental capability. Like if you're not healthy and you just put all this freaking junk food and drink soda all the time and just let everything go and just not even care about it, no, I don't want that at all. But that's just me. Yeah, maybe that's attractive to some other people.
No, dude,
but this is my own preferences that we're trying to talk about.
All right, I like it.
But you gotta make some sort of conscious effort to be somewhat healthy, because I try to eat healthy. I know I drink, and that's not healthy, but I do a lot of other things that are healthy.
Yeah.
So
that can
have your vice, but you still got to make a conscious effort to do that.
So that, like the party girl, like the really fun, energetic.
To a point, though.
To a point.
I don't want the girl that's just willing to do any sort of drug that comes into play and specifically makes a point to go out every single weekend and get drunk and do all these things. Because I like to go out on the weekends, but like I said, I don't like to get drunk anymore. Like I'll have a few drinks, but I don't want to get blackout. I want to remember my night. I want to have fun, and I don't know.
Yeah,
but
getting older.
Yeah, I guess that's part of it, but part of it just goes back to just me being healthy and especially mentally healthy, and not make bad decisions. Because those bad decisions will tend to weigh on you a lot, for sure.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been there, man.
That's for damn sure.
Especially over the past year, it's been a rough year, especially with everything going on with Muff too. Shout out to Matt Allen.
Matt, 29 years old.
By the way, if anybody wants to donate to Matt's cause, Matt Allen, find him on GoFundMe or contribute, help with prion diseases. We would really appreciate that. Close to the heart. We talked about it on our last podcast, but anyways, sorry. That was a butt-in in the relationship.
Boom. It's one of our sponsors. Sorry for that commercial, guys.
I'm sure they wanna definitely sponsor us. I don't know what would be your preference. Do you want to narrow it down just by gamer girl or?
Oh yeah, no. There's definitely more to it.
Yeah,
there's definitely more to it.
More nuanced.
But I don't know. I guess I think about what I have to give up. Well, what I would have to give up for like a girlfriend.
What would you have to give up?
I'm comparing to this like my last girlfriend. Who? Like Kristen.
Okay.
She wanted me to give up marijuana.
That's not happening.
She didn't like that, which it was totally fine. It's totally.
I can tell you that right now.
It was totally fine when it first started, but it developed into not liking it.
Yeah.
So, and then, games is another one. Like, am I gonna get that girl that is gonna use that as something against me? Like, you should.
Well. Let me ask you this: Do you prefer a gamer girl in the sense where she does just as much gaming as you do, or do you prefer a girl that allows you to game whenever you want, or is it kind of a mixture of both?
I almost want the girl that's what we have in common, like together.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be super fun.
Yeah.
And especially with the game I play, World of Warcraft.
yeah.
Which I just
I
played for 6 years. I quit for 6 years. And I'm back, baby.
Have your own little his and hers gaming station in your house?
Dude. Yeah, like, that's the dream for me. Like,
it's awesome.
I don't know.